Today, I'm back with another mega physical media haul video for you all. Today, I'm going to be showing you all the physical media titles I picked up in the month of September. Also showing as a little bonus towards the end, a few of the Funko Pops I picked up as well. There's a lot to get to, so let's get right into it. So in no particular order, just taking off top of the pile here. First, we got Evil Dead. This is the 4K Scream Factory release. Now, I was pretty disappointed with this one. I think it was a lackluster Scream Factory release. They could have done more, added more special features, and all that good stuff, but I totally ranted on this one already. So if you want to check out the unboxing and review of that one, definitely watch that video after this one is over. So I thought this one could have been better, but this is one of the best horror remakes out there. So I'm a really big fan of this Evil Dead movie. Now next, getting into an awesome release of I Know What You Did Last Summer. This was a great 4K studio release here, 25th anniversary. This one's awesome because they did get some new special features for this one, which is fantastic. A couple new interviews, which were really cool. And so this one just gives you an awesome 90s style vibe to it. It is totally campy, got that 90s flavor, but it's an awesome slasher movie from that time. It's really cool. I like the story premise. So I enjoy this one. It has a great cast of characters. You got Jennifer Love Hewitt in it. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Awesome movie. If you're a horror fan, especially a horror fan of the 90s, gotta have this one in the collection. And this was actually a really good release of it. All right, next, we got a classic here. We got King Kong from the 1930s, Warner Brothers Archive Collection Edition. And I've been wanting to see more classic movies kind of add to my collection, some of the great iconic classics of all time. So I had to pick up King Kong. Now, yeah, this one definitely is very classic. It's in black and white. Yeah, some of the stuff in here looks cheesy now because obviously you had to work with the technology at the time that was available, but it's still an awesome story because it's King Kong. And I believe this was the first release of a King Kong movie, at least on the American side of things, if I'm remembering correctly. If there was one that came out before this, definitely let me know because I definitely want to add that to the collection too. Eventually, I want to get all the King Kong movies in my collection. And now, I think I might have most of them with adding this one. But if you like classic movies, got to check out the original King Kong. I mean, the King Kong story is just so iconic. No need to say anything else about this one. If you're a King Kong fan, gotta have the classic in the collection. All right, next, going with a title I just watched for the first time, and that's going to be Poltergeist. And this one was on 4K. And you know what? For the most part, I enjoy this movie for what it was. It's a great movie for spooky season. It's just a ghost family story. It's like a haunting movie, but it's not rated R. It's not even PG-13. I think it's either PG or G. It's really a family spooky movie. Most people in this are going to be able to watch it and enjoy it, which is fantastic. So for what it was, just kind of a spooky tale, I had a fun time with it. I always like to see movies that Spielberg has been involved in. So yeah, you know what? I'm glad I picked this one up. Maybe overpaid for it being a studio release, but if you can get this one cheaper, I do recommend it. Now, if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts on this one with my unboxing and review of it, definitely check out that video after this one is over, of course. Now, another studio release that actually maybe I liked a little bit better was that of The Lost Boys. I think this is a pretty decent slipcover, not my favorite. Thought it was going to be a lot worse, but when I opened it up, it was actually pretty decent. But I enjoy this movie. It's a vampire movie. It might be one of my favorite vampire movies because it has like that 90s flavor to it. Very nostalgic. You got those cool looking vampires in it with the sunglasses. So it just kind of has like a punk rock style to it, which I do really enjoy. Awesome soundtrack as well. But if you want to see my in detail thoughts and review and unboxing of this one, I definitely have a video of that on my channel as well. But overall, enjoyed that pickup. Even though, once again, studio title, so maybe I overpaid a little bit for it. Probably going to drop in price. All right, next I got a Blu-ray of American Me, and this is a Shout Select title. Actually, definitely a very intense and raw kind of street level movie. You know, a lot of it takes place in a prison, so definitely some of the scenes are very, very tough to watch. Watch if you're squeamish in any way. Sorry, stumbling over my words there just for a little bit. But if you like those kind of movies, you know what? It's good for that kind of movie. It's just not a movie I'm going to want to rewatch a whole lot. But Shout Select did an awesome job on it. So if you do like the movie, I can recommend the Shout Select version of it because you do get some new interviews in there. And so actually, that was kind of cool. I did enjoy that. You know what? I might have enjoyed the special features more than I enjoyed the movie. But yeah, definitely a solid movie that a lot of people do enjoy. So that is American Me. All right, next we got, I usually don't pick up DVDs, but my wife wanted to watch this one, Blood In It and Blood Out, and this one did not have a Blu-ray release, so that was kind of shocking and surprising, like, oh my goodness, yeah, this movie has not made it to Blu-ray at all, so had to go with the DVD on it. It was pretty cheap to pick this one up, though. Director's Cut Edition. It is a very, very long movie. American Me was pretty long as well, but this one is a very long movie. And yeah, I think it's like over 3 hours, but yeah, oh my goodness, very, very long of a movie, but kind of similar to American Me. It's like a very raw, very, kind of street style. You got a lot of it going on in a prison as well. And yeah, definitely some brutal scenes in the movie. So once again, if you're a squeamish in any way, probably can't recommend this one. Yeah, it's just, you got to be into that kind of movie. If you like that genre of movie, this is, one of the best of its kind, Blood In and Blood Out. Happy I saw it the one time, and I'm happy I got it pretty cheap with a DVD, because I don't think I would ever upgrade this one to a Blu-ray. If it did come out on Blu-ray, I'm okay with the DVD, just because not one of my favorite movies, not one I'm going to want to rewatch a whole lot. All right, next. Gonna go with an awesome 4K release right here of A Real Genius. This one stars a younger Val Kilmer, and this is a fun movie. It kind of gives you almost like a weird science vibe to it, but it is different than that. But yeah, it's just kind of a fun movie. You get these geniuses together. There's some comedy in there, but yeah, it's a easy watching movie. A lot of the family can probably watch this one just okay. But yeah, Real Genius. I did a full unboxing and review of this one. So if you want to see my in-depth thoughts, definitely check out that video as well. But I thought that slipcover was really, really cool. All right, next, this one I haven't really talked about yet at all on the channel is Platoon. This is the 4K plus the Blu-ray Collector's Edition from Shout Select, and I really like this release. I know some people didn't like it out there. They didn't like just how the 4K looked, because it does look a little green, but to me, you're in a jungle setting, so I'm okay with that. I did not mind the coloring to this movie at all. Once again, I've never seen the movie before, so it was my first introduction to it. So who knows, maybe the Blu-ray does look better. I don't know, but for the 4K, I enjoyed it. I thought there were some great sharp details, especially with just all like the plant life in the jungle. I mean, you could really see some good details there. So I enjoy this movie. To me, this is one of the best war movies out there now that I've watched it for the first time. Very intense moments. You got an all-star cast here. I mean, you got Charlie Sheen in it. You got Willem Dafoe, and just tons and tons of other great actors in this movie. Yeah, it's a great list of talent here. Really an all-star cast. So just for the performances alone, it's worth it. There's some good action moments as well. Great dramatic scenes in it. I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness, some very heart-wrenching stuff too. It's a war movie. It definitely doesn't sugarcoat too much there. So yeah, great war movie. If you're into that kind of genre, you gotta have Platoon. And I was really happy with the Shout Select edition because you did get a lot of cool special features in there. You even had a special feature with veterans talking about the war to give you their perspective and how it was similar to the movie in certain ways. And I thought that was just awesome idea for a special feature. So yeah, tons of special features in there. Really great. Yeah, I like this release. I had no problems with it. Personally, I can recommend this one, at least for my personal taste. All right, next, I did get 1776, the 50th anniversary director's cut edition, 4K, Blu-ray, and digital. I do like my history movies, and I remember seeing this one as a kid in school in one of my classes, and I watched it again, of course, and I enjoy this movie. It's a musical comedy. If you like historical movies, then you're going to really like this one because there's actually some funny moments in it, because there are some good comedy moments in here with the musical numbers. But once again, you have to like a little bit more classic movies. You got to like musicals, and you got to like historical movies. If you don't like all of those, then you're probably not going to like this movie. You might get bored by it. But because I find history fascinating, I really enjoyed this movie. Quite good. And some of the musical numbers will get stuck inside your head. So yeah, the music, excellent, very creative, clever, and funny once again. So really enjoyed 1776. All right, next, let's get into another Scream Factory release. I finally picked up Alligator because we're into spooky season now. I wanted another monster movie, a creature feature, as you will. And this movie was great. I mean, for what it was, yeah, it's completely cheesy with the big old alligator walking around. Yeah, it does kind of look silly, but it's very fun if you like those kind of creature features of just like monsters attacking, like a Jaws movie, right? Jaws, you get a shark, here you get an alligator. You're going to enjoy this one. Now, if you're not into those kind of cheesy creature features, then this one probably won't win you over. But I had fun with it for what it was. And then the special features are phenomenal on this movie. You even get this actor. Sorry, let me look at the actor. It was a new interview. Yes, let's see. Wait, doesn't say the name on here. What was the name of the actor? The one that's the dad in Malcolm in the Middle, the main star of Breaking Bad, Bryan Cranston. There we go. I'm like, why am I slipping on the name? He's an awesome actor. He does an interview for one of the special features here, and he's great. I mean, he's just awesome the way he talks about his experiences with the movie. Now, he's not an actor in the movie, but he was actually, I believe, was a production assistant on the movie. I think it might have been the first movie he worked on, but he gives this whole story how this movie really made like a difference in his life. That's why, he kind of wanted to share about it, and he got to meet, just amazing talent involved with the movie that, went on to do a lot of great things in Hollywood. So yeah, that interview alone with Bryan Cranston was really worth it. But you get a lot of other different interviews in there. So you know what? This is a good Scream Factory release because you get those tons of hours of special features there. And I think they did a really good job with the 4K as well here. So yeah, you know what? This was a good one to add to the collection. Once again, a lot better treatment than the Evil Dead treatment we did get with all those special features and whatnot. All right, next, I do got a steel book here, right? Can't leave out the steel books. I did get, yes, Angel Heart finally, this Lionsgate release. I skipped on it when it first came out, but you know what? I'm like, you know what? I kind of started to hear the premise for this movie. I never watched it before. It sounded like a very intriguing kind of story, like a psychological thriller. And so, you know what? I watched the movie, and you know what? I didn't love it. I wanted to love this movie just based on the premise, but I think it's a movie I have to watch again. And that's usually just something with me, like psychological thrillers. A lot of the times I have to watch at least 2 to 3 times to really get into them and appreciate them more, because there's definitely some great talent involved with this movie. I mean, you got Robert De Niro in here, who always does a great performance. So I want to watch this one again. It did come with some good special features, so I did enjoy that. But I got to watch this story again because, like I said, with psychological thrillers, just takes a few rewatches for me, but then I usually really end up appreciating them. But if you like psychological thrillers, definitely check this one out. It's a little bit more of a classic one, but it might be worth your time. And the steelbook is phenomenal with the slipcover. It's just really cool looking, and it's actually a movie that's in color. The slipcover did fool me at first because I'm like, wait, is this a black and white movie? No, it's not a black and white movie, so it's not like super classic. But yeah, you know what? It is what it is, a psychological thriller. Check it out if you're interested in that. All right. Next, gotta make sure my piles of movies don't fall over. It's like playing a Jenga with them. All right, another steelbook right here. I do have, and I don't think I've shown this one off yet, but this one's going to be Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I picked this one up when it got like a weird discounted price. It was like 15 bucks on Best Buy for a short little time. So that was an awesome pickup. Cool. I enjoy Indiana Jones, one of the best Indiana Jones movies. So happy to have this one in the collection. And hopefully the other steelbooks will drop in price one of these days, so I can now complete the steelbook collection. Maybe that's why they discounted this one, because they're like, hey, if you pick up this one, now you got to go pick up all the other ones. So, but I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going to wait till they all get discounted. And then, of course, I'll add in the other ones at that point. Probably not the fourth one, but the rest of them, 1 through 3, I might. All right, next, another steelbook. We just got on a little bit of a steelbook roll right here. So we got Thor, Love and Thunder. Now, this movie, so disappointed with it. I was hyped for the movie, just got way too comedy focused. It was not a good balance like Thor Ragnarok. You know, Thor Ragnarok was great with the drama, the action, and the comedy. This just way too spoofy comedy for me. But yeah, if you want to hear my whole in detail thoughts and my rant on it, I got so many videos on Thor, Love and Thunder. Definitely check those out after this one, because I go in depth why I was so disappointed with this movie. So definitely check those out. And the steelbook to me just wasn't that great either. It's kind of in the average range for Marvel steelbooks, unfortunately. All right, next. I wanted to expand my superhero collection of movies because I've been competing in all these Huck challenges with putting the super mega twist on it. So I had to add more superhero titles to my collection. So I picked up some more this month. Finally got Hulk on 4K. This one is the one with Jennifer Connelly in it as Buddy Ross. You know what? This movie isn't terrible. It isn't great though. I wish it did have more action sprinkled throughout the movie, but it has a really intriguing style of how it was directed and just filmed and edited together. Definitely feels very comic booky, so I can appreciate it for that. Yeah, the CGI effects on the Hulk don't look amazing now, but they also don't look like the worst thing I've ever seen. I was expecting them to be like garbage. I wouldn't say they're garbage. I'd just say like they're kind of just not the best. Could be improved. But hey, that's the technology during the time. I mean, you know, what you gonna do about it, right? All right, next, another superhero title. That was my first time watching this one, was The Shadow. Definitely a 90s style superhero movie. Got Alec Baldwin starring in it. And you know what? This movie was okay. I did kind of like the idea of the Shadow character and how he moved. And yeah, it's kind of a cool power set. Just didn't love the movie either, but you know what? It gives you that 90s feel. So if you like 90s superhero movies, go for it. Check out The Shadow. All right, next, another superhero title, but this one's on 4K. I finally got the ultimate cut of Watchmen, the complete story. This movie is super long with all the things they added into it, and some of the things were probably unnecessary to add, but you know what? I enjoy this movie a lot more now. I remember first watching it in the theater as a kid. I didn't really care for it, but now I can appreciate this movie. And I do like the different power sets of the characters. There's some good drama in there. It's a very different kind of superhero movie. It's a Zack Snyder movie. So if you like Zack Snyder movies, you know, his take on all the other superhero movies like Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, his type of Justice League, I would say go back and watch this one if you have not seen Watchmen yet. Definitely check it out. But yeah, you know what? I enjoyed it. I enjoy it a lot more now. Definitely can appreciate it more. All right, next, another 4K superhero movie here that I picked up was Logan. I still need to go back and rewatch this one. I wasn't a massive fan of this movie when it came out. Like most people loved this movie. It was one of their favorite superhero titles of all time. To me, it was never that. But I only watched it the one time. So I'm going to be happy to go back and rewatch this one again. Hopefully I like it a little bit more now going into it with, you know, a different level of expectations, because it really does give you like a Western style feel to superhero movies just in how it's told. And I'm not a massive Western fan. Yeah, I like a some of the iconic ones, but I just never like loved westerns. It's just like not my genre. But I'm hoping when I go back and watch this one again, at least just to appreciate it for the Hugh Jackman performance alone and Patrick Stewart, because I remember they were great in it, and Daphne Keane was good in it as well. You know what? I'm hoping I'm going to like this more on a second viewing at home now. All right, next, got another random 90s superhero title, The Phantom. This one was, so-so for its time. Once again, it has that kind of a 90s vibe and flavor to it. It was okay, nothing special. I wouldn't say it was terrible either. It's just kind of in that weird middle range. But yeah, if you ran out of superhero movies to watch, go back and watch The Phantom. Why not? All right, next, I got a trilogy of superhero movies here. Blade Trilogy. Now, I have the original Blade on 4K, but I wanted to go back and watch Blade 2 again and also Blade Trinity. Because actually Blade 2 is really quite good. I know Blade Trinity not so much, but now I got all of them together in a little triple collection here, which is nice. So happy to have them on Blu-ray at least. Yeah, 4K would have been great, but you know what? Maybe we will. Maybe we will get Blade 2 on 4K one of these days. Who knows? All right, next, another trilogy of movies that I doubt will ever get the 4K is going to be the Man Trilogy. Now, I've already seen the original Man. I do like that movie. You get Liam Neeson in there. It's directed by Sam Raimi. You get Frances McDormand in there. So really good talent involved with the first Man. I think it's actually pretty underrated. I think it's a fun movie. Yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, there's some cheesy moments, but it is totally a Sam Raimi movie. Now, I haven't seen 2 and 3 yet, so I definitely need to check those out soon. I haven't heard great things about them, so who knows, maybe it'll be more of a chore to watch those, but I'm going to check it out and make my own judgment on that after I actually watch it. But those were all my physical media titles I picked up this month. Next, as an added bonus, I'm going to show you all the Funko Pops I picked up this month. But as I go through those, jump down in the comments below and let me know all your favorite physical media titles I picked up this month and just showed off to you. Or if I missed out on any physical media title that you think I should add to my collection, or you just want to share out to the community, go ahead and leave those down below so we can have those fun movie discussions. But let's get into those Funko Pops right now. So, first, we got Anastasia. This is a diamond collection pop. This is from a summer convention limited edition here. Now, the wife loves the diamond edition pops just because they sparkle. They got that shine to them. So, yeah, we needed to get this one into the collection. So look at that. You got Anastasia with the shiny dress and looks like the crown right there. Very nice. Or is that a hat? Not too sure, but really, really cool. So that is Anastasia for you all. Look at that pop right there. Cool, cool, cool. Very nice. All right, next, let's show off another pop. All right, we got, oh, this one's so cool. I really like this one. So we got Cronk here. Yes, Cronk in the devil outfit. This is from the D23 Fan Expo event that just happened recently, but I really like Cronk. He's an awesome character, very funny in the Emperor's New Groove. I do like the outfit here. You know, it's like when he pops up on the shoulder. You know, it's the bad Cronk, right? The devil Cronk. Yeah, cool idea for a Funko Pop right here. So really happy to have this one in the collection. Really, really, really cool, and it's such a good movie. You know, Emperor's New Groove, fantastic movie. All right, next we got Pinocchio's Jiminy Cricket. This one is also from the D23 Fan Expo. You got Jiminy Cricket here on a leaf, kind of floating down the river with his umbrella. Yeah, look at that. You know, I have another Jiminy Cricket one that's like a diamond pop edition, but I like the style on this one too. It's a little bit different of a, you know, just kind of pose there. So that works perfectly fine. Yeah, you got him just kind of gliding down the water right there on the leaf. So that's kind of cool. I like that. But yes, those are all my Funko Pops. So if you liked any of those Funko Pops too, definitely shout them out in the comments below. Or if you picked up any Funko Pops or any other cool collectibles this last month, definitely share that out with the community and we'll have a great time just talking all things movies down below. And if you're visiting the channel for the very first time and you love collecting physical media and being part of this awesome league of mega film fans, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
Be one of us.
And if you enjoyed this physical media topic video, click another video to see more. Also like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.